Hi, my name is Clint Broussard, Director of Sales for RiseMySite.com, and this is an introduction into search engine optimization. If you've ever gone on to Google and ran searches before, you've noticed that there's paid ads called sponsored links at the top, and then there's paid ads sponsored links on the right. Now you can call up Google right now and you can set up a program and a budget so that you can spend money for these pay-per-click ads, but that's exactly what they are, pay-per-click. And you pay so much per click. But more importantly than that is to know what the click-through rate is on those. If you were to buy an ad and you were to be at the very top, like Progressive Car Insurance, State Farm Car Insurance, Geico Auto Insurance, these guys at the top only get 2 to 3% of the click-throughs. So out of 100 searches, they're only going to get 2 clicks. The ones on the right, they only get 1 to 2% of the traffic out of 100 searches, only 1 to 2%. However, the first organic result gets 41 to 45%. That's 22 times more than the number one paid. The reason for this is because people trust Google. When you run a search, whatever comes back number one gets the most traffic because people believe that it's the most relevant result to what you were searching for. If you're number two, you get 11 to 18%. That's 10 times more than the number one paid. The weird thing about this is that most of the money is still spent on pay-per-click advertising, but most of the traffic is going to the organic section. Now this is a little bit out of date, but it's still pretty accurate. According to this, pay-per-click advertising equates for about 88% of all the money that's spent on Google, where only about 11%, 12% is actually spent on SEO. Where most of the click-throughs go through is in the organic section. About 90% go into the organic section. As you go down the page on the first page organically, your percentage drops a little bit. As you can see here, ranked number one, you're over 40%. Number two, close to a 12%. Ranked third, 8.5%. Ranked fourth, 6%. Ranked fifth, 4.9%, and so on. But each of these is still higher than the pay-per-click. Only 10% of all searchers make it to page 2. They're more likely to run a different search than they are to go to page 2. Lastly are the components of Google's ranking algorithm. This is continuing to change all the time, but this does give you an idea of some of the components that we look at. Some become weighted more or less over time. What I want you to see, first of all, it says on-page keyword usage. It's the maroon garnet color. It says 15%. About 5 years ago, all you had to do was write the keywords that you were interested in all over your website, and that would be enough to get the job done. Today, that only equates for about 15%. Now, there are other things involved with on-page keyword usage, like your meta tags, your site description, your title. These things are all very important. The second thing I want you to notice is trust authority of the domain, about 23.87%. I like to just say, hey, 25% out of 100 is based on how old your domain is and how close it resembles to what people are searching for. Age of a domain is becoming more and more important. Currently, if you have a brand new domain, you're going to be under a penalty for about a year with Google. But once you get over a year, you can get really good results. The last thing and the most important thing is the part we specialize in, off-page SEO. This equates for almost half of the entire component of the algorithm. What this refers to really is link building. Google ranks websites based on how many other websites are linking to your site and the quality of those websites that the links were built on. So that's what we specialize in. We actually build 100 backlinks per keyword phrase per month, and these are man-made links. They're not made by some computer or some software program. Anyway, that's kind of the gist of some of the basics of SEO services. You can reach me, my name is Clint, again, at 904-703-5747. Thank you for visiting RiseMySite.com.